Forgiving both moms. Bipolar disorder. I am great, smart, and can do anything. I want to die. DSM-4 criteria. Reread the above DSM-4 bipolar disorder diagnosis criterion. Envision feeling that roller coaster of emotions on a daily, even hourly basis. However bad we had it with Mom, how daunting the major depression had been for us, this mania was 1,000 times worse for her. She hated it, and many times felt great embarrassment. Thanks to celebrities such as Jane Pauley and Linda Hamilton, we can now attach famous faces with bipolar disorder, making great strides in learning about this disease. These actors present those who suffer with delusions of grandeur or commonalities in order to shed light upon what was once an unspoken disease. The combat to fight the stigma in the outside world is essential and usually can't be done without first facing it at home and often within the extended family. Manic depression is completely maddening and frustrating, but having a parent with mental illness taught me about compassion, empathy, and some human behavior. Forgiving my mother wasn't that difficult. She was my mom, and I love her. Forgiveness felt completely natural. Mom fought back against an ominous disease all of her life, especially before her death. It is important to note the acute need for honest, open communication in families when a parent or loved one is struggling with mental illness. Trying to hide mental illness will cause extreme destruction. I continued to grapple with Mom's death, but began to learn more about her disease. It was challenging to accept at first. Manic depression seemed like an easy justification to harm label and an attempt to justify her behavior and actions, many of which she flatly denied anyway. My prior way of thinking concerning her diagnosis was not only miscued, but heartless. I knew she was sick. Imagine kicking someone on crutches or sticking a pipe in the spokes of someone in a wheelchair. As her persecutor, that's what I was doing. I know that manic depression is a very real disease that must be medically monitored and medicated. Bipolar illness is less about short-term mood instability than about long-term mood cycles. Some people have bipolar disorder, just as some people have diabetes, but these individuals are not diabetic cases. That is, they are not defined by their illness. Mom's radically changing interests, flightiness, excitability, instability, and depression could last years. Picture the paralyzing daily confusion she felt, as well as the cumulative effect of these intense cycles on her personality. Imagine drowning in a progressive psychosis, tormented by uncontrollable paranoia and acoustic visual hallucinations, engaging in deplorable, irritable behavior. This excruciating progression, detached pain, and depression can puzzle even the most level-headed of people. Sometimes Mom didn't know any better. If she admitted to things she had done in the past, it was with great remorse. This guilt only made her feel worse, so she projected these feelings onto others. In her mind, it was her only line of defense. As her psychosis carved its own reality, looks of love and comfort on all the faces of her friends and family were replaced by concern and fear. It is entirely possible for people with bipolar disorder to lead normal lives as long as successful treatment is provided.